As I video this, I can still barely feel my legs.
Okay, we are going to have a moment here with Growlypants because I just almost watched her get run over by a car, or him. She was running across the street and a car came barreling, and then she ran parallel under the car. I was screaming, no, 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 at the top of my lungs. And there she is. She just went in her box. Oh my God, she has to be terrified. She was running under the car while the car was driving full speed. And she was running parallel underneath it and then got herself out the side. When the car passed, I was expecting to see her smashed, and she was just running. I can't believe she made it. She's awesome.
Growlypants? Growl?
I did my makeup to try to get out of the state of shock I was in. I was inside and I looked out and I saw a blue jay and a squirrel standing stark still. So I could tell there had been like a hawk or a falcon, something like that. So I went outside and then I saw a squirrel across the street standing at the side of the road, stark still, afraid to move. So I knew that it was paralyzed from fear of the hawk or falcon or whatever it was. And when I see this, I always go and I shepherd them to wherever they need to go. So I went over there, and then the squirrel, he was still standing stark still, very afraid. And then finally he relaxed a little and he started to kind of move. And so right as like he's starting to move, and I'm like, are you okay? And I'm looking around for the hawk still, and he started relaxing, so I knew everything was okay. Somebody down the street had pulled out of their driveway and started driving down the street. They saw me and they waved, and I thought that they were going to stop, because clearly I'm standing right here next to a squirrel. It's not a good time to keep driving. Instead, she hit the gas and started going full speed. She had been down the street a ways when she waved, and then she just started plowing through, and I was like, and then the squirrel ran, it was Growlypants, ran, I think he was still coming out, or she, of shock from the predator alert that had just happened, and darted across the street, and maybe thinking this was its chance at safety, because at first the car was going slow because it was still gaining momentum, and I was waving, so I was very relaxed, and maybe he was taking a cue from me, I don't know. He went running across the street, the lady hit the gas, and now at this point I watched Growlypants run under the car between the two wheels. I think that's right. It's so hard. It's such a blur. But I did see for sure, as the car was going full speed, Growlypants was running under the car at the same rate the car was going. So this tells me that when I read online that squirrels can only run 15, which is still good, 15 miles per hour, this squirrel was running 25 miles per hour. If this lady was up to full speed, maybe she wasn't at 25 miles an hour yet. It seemed like it to me, but who knows? So she's driving. Growlypants is running parallel under the car. I'm watching because the whole thing, and I swear, I started screaming, no, no, no. It was totally involuntary. I had my hands over my face and I'm screaming, no, no, no. Because I thought for sure I was about to see him be killed. And then she passed finally, because I'm watching him run parallel under, and I'm like, how is this going to end? You know what I mean? I'm just screaming, no, no, no. She finally, the car, I didn't see him under the car anymore. I didn't see Growlypants under the car anymore, and I saw the car still moving. So I thought as the car pulled away, there was going to be Growlypants smushed on the ground. I could not believe it. As she pulls away, I see Growlypants go running off on the other side of the street. I can't believe it. So if I'm right, I think he ran in between the two wheels on the one side, ran parallel with the car, and then I think ran out between the two wheels on the other side, because I didn't see him run out behind the back wheel. So I think he ran out between the other two wheels on the other side to get out. God, thank you, God, that it ended like it did. Thank you, God. And then the woman stopped and she asked me what was wrong. And I said, a squirrel just ran under your car. And she looked confused and she said she didn't see it, which really blew my mind because she waved at me and I was sitting there with the squirrel. So how did she see me and not see the squirrel? But it just goes to show, I believe her. I think that humans that aren't attuned to squirrels don't look for squirrels, and that could explain a lot of why they get run over. But she didn't even know. I can't believe she didn't even know. I mean, to me, it was all that there was. Like, here's her, here's the squirrel running into the road. And then when she kept going at the rate she was, I couldn't believe it. And that was why, apparently, she didn't know. But maybe it's all for the best, because maybe if she had slowed down or braked or anything like that, maybe that would have thrown Growlypants off, because I think what he was doing, being that he ran in the one side, was running underneath, got to running at the same pace the car was going, and then exited out the other side. Squirrels can do amazing math, and that might have been exactly what he was doing, is figure out the rate she's going and then figure out, the distance and the whatever he needs to be in front of that back tire to get out of this mess, and he did it. Or she. So I'll have a Growlypants gender update sometime in the future, since he or she is alive. Thank God. Growlypants doesn't always growl, and I don't post the videos when he or she doesn't, but I might start posting them anyway because I should just be happy. She is. And they're having a thing over here.